Hey, what's up, people? Piz out here, and continuing my series in Argento Halloween. Today I want to talk to you guys about opera. And opera was actually my very first taste of Argento many years ago, when I was in the kind of phase where I was just renting any and every movie that even appeared to be a slasher movie. I was renting it from my local mom and pop video store, which I've talked about on this channel, and the Sausage Factory many times. I had one of the best mom and pop video stores ever. If you were a horror fan, the guy who owned it loved horror. He had everything from, you know, your big blockbuster horror titles all the way down to stuff shot on VHS in people's backyards. And so I just rented everything that even looked to be a slasher movie. Picked up opera, looked like a slasher movie, sounded like a slasher movie, brought it home, and of course got a little bit more than what I was expecting. And I don't remember if I watched the entirety of the movie or not, to be perfectly honest. But I do remember thinking, wow, this is definitely like nothing that I had seen before. And of course, many years later, after I got into Argento and understood, you know, what a giallo film was, I saw opera again, and really loved it. It is one of my favorite Argento movies. The movie is about the cursed play Macbeth, which Macbeth has this history of just being a cursed play or a cursed opera. And bringing bad luck to everyone associated with it. And keeping with that theme, the lead actress who is playing Lady Macbeth, she runs afoul of a motor vehicle, and her understudy is called in to fill her shoes, and shortly thereafter a black-gloved maniac appears and starts killing all of her colleagues one by one. And the thing about opera that has always stood out to me, especially among Argento movies, is its brutality. It may be one of the cruelest and just most brutal Argento movies that he's done. And the other thing is how exquisitely it is shot. The film looks beautiful. The camera, the way he uses the camera in this film, and truly the camera is another character in the film. The Steadicam POV shots, the movie opens with this beautiful tracking POV shot of the lead actress moving through the theater, moving past all the crew, moving outside the theater. Beautifully shot. There's another sequence involving the camera's just flying all around the theater in the point of view of a crow, or multiple crows, I should say. Just breathtaking, visually breathtaking. The way Argento photographs the sequences, the way the camera moves around the sequences, moves around the actors. In this film, I mean, it's Argento at his best and really at his bleakest. We've got some just really great kills in the movie. The killer forces the lead actress in the film to watch each and every one of his acts by tying her up and taping pins under her eyes. So if she tried to close her eyes, it would tear her eyelids apart. It would tear her eyelids to pieces. So he's forcing this woman, just as Argento himself is sort of, symbolically forcing us, the audience, to watch all of these horrible acts. It was the first instance, and we see this in a lot of movies these days, where someone has a knife jabbed under their jaw and it juts out inside their mouth. That was the first time I'd ever saw that. It's so well done here. We have a sequence where a victim unwittingly swallows an item that the killer wants. So what does the killer do? First, he roots around inside of her mouth with a huge, thick pair of scissors. Then he cuts it out of her. We also have just one of the coolest and just really, just like mind-blowing kills in cinema history, involving a woman looking through a peephole in a door. The bullet, and spoiler alert here, the bullet traveling through the peephole. We see the bullet going through the peephole into her eye, out the back of her head, across the room, where it hits a telephone, and the telephone explodes. Just, you know, beautiful, beautifully, beautifully awful, horrible death, but just done so Argento-like that you just like standing and applaud after it's over. Like I said, the film is so exquisitely shot and photographed, and yet it is so sort of, you know, dark. With a lot of Argento's killers in his giallo movies, you know, there's themes of sexual repression, of sexual dysfunction, of sexually abhorrent behavior. We have a very sexually motivated killer in the film, and you know, even Argento admits in an interview about Opera that, you know, the movie happened in a very dark place in his time, a time where he was dealing with some depression. He was crying a lot. He just wasn't very happy, and that definitely comes through in Opera. Even, you know, it's like I said, it's a cold, brutal, bleak kind of movie where there's just no love. Even people who attempt love on any level, it ends really, really badly for both of them. Yeah, it's the kind of movie too where, you know, not only do we see sort of the killer's descent into madness, and the only real problem I have with the movie, well, there's kind of two. The only real problem I have with the movie is the identity of the killer is pretty obvious from literally the word go. But we see the killer's sort of, you know, further, he's already mad, but we see a further descent into madness. But we also see the lead actress's sort of slow descent into madness herself that leads to another really weird Argento finale, where basically the character shuns all of humanity to live on her own, sort of, you know, in the forest with all the forest creatures, because she loves bugs in the end more than people. But yeah, just really a great movie. One of Argento's last really great films that he did. Just like I said, exquisitely shot, beautiful movie to watch. The way the camera moves around is just phenomenal. The kills in the movie, so brutal, so bleak, just so cold and heartless. Yeah, just a really, really solid Argento film. If you guys haven't seen Opera, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Good stuff. And one of the sort of lesser known Argento movies, I think. When most people think of Argento, they think, of course, Suspiria, Deep Red, Inferno, movies like that. But Opera is definitely one that should be in your collection, and one that you should definitely watch. If you've seen Opera, please let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of the ending, particularly, in the comment section below. And until next time, when I continue with my series in Argento Halloween, you guys take it easy. Peace.